Hello everybody! Welcome back to some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Today, we're heading back into the Grand Prix mode, once again playing 200cc for the Booster Course Pass DLC courses. And today, who should we play as? I'm not really sure. So you know what? I'll just go with Bowser Jr., because I know we haven't played with him, and he seems like a fun guy. So we got a new kart in the last episode. Very excited to see what it is. It is the P-Wing. Now, it looks very cool, but I personally think that Bowser Jr. looks a lot cooler in the Koopa Clown. Because in the mainline Mario games, Bowser Jr. is often seen flying around in his clown car, just like this, and the Koopa Clown is based off of Bowser Jr.'s clown car. And I think it fits him perfectly, so we're going to go with that kart. And for our tires, none of these really give me much of a Bowser Jr. kind of vibe. So I think I'll just go with the standard tires. And for our glider, we'll go with the Bowser glider. It makes sense. After all, Bowser Jr. is Bowser's son. So I think it would make sense that he'd have the Bowser kite. And anyways, Bowser Jr. is a relatively lighter-ish character. He's kind of weird because most light characters have like really high acceleration, really high handling, and low speed and weight. But with Bowser Jr., he's kind of in the middle for everything, except his handling and traction specifically are super high. So he's a little bit of a weird character. But you know what? We love variety here. And in the last episode, we played the Feather Cup, we got 3 stars, everything was nice and dandy. Today, we're going to be playing the Cherry Cup, which consists of Tour Los Angeles laps, GBA Sunset Wilds, Wii Koopa Cape, and Tour Vancouver Velocity. Let's begin. So the first course in the Cherry Cup, Tour Los Angeles laps. It's an alright course. It's a summer course. It's a little bit weird to be playing a summer course in winter, but you know what? We'll just roll with it. So anyways, we're here on a little boardwalk on a pier. It's very nice. This is the only city track in the entire game to be split into sections instead of 3 different laps, which I find very interesting. I don't know why an exception was made for this course, but it was. And anyways, we're going super fast, so we just completely jump over that second speed boost. We don't even need it, and I didn't even know you could run into these things. That's not good. It put me into 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yikes. I've got a little bit of catching up to do. Not a good start for Bowser Jr., that's for sure. Oh, we're back in 1st already. I didn't expect it to be that fast. Everyone must have just, like, ran into a wall or something. But anyways, we're back in 1st, and that's all that matters, really. Flying over a baseball stadium. I guess baseball is popular in Los Angeles. And probably just America in general. Ow. I got stuck. I didn't even know you could get stuck here. I didn't even know you could drive on the sidewalk. This is not responsible driving. But you know what? It is Bowser Jr. driving. And Bowser Jr. is like a child, isn't he? So theoretically, he shouldn't even be legally allowed to drive. But I guess an exception has been made in the Mario world. Probably being the son of like a king is pretty important. But maybe he's just allowed to drive. He just gets special privileges like that since he's Bowser's son. I don't know. We can drive over here into the off-road. It's a little bit slower, but it gives us a glider ramp over here, which has speed boost and items. So it might make up for it. If you have a mushroom, you can just mushroom right through there without needing to go into the off-road. So you know what? It's a little bit of a choice. If you're in 1st place, you could choose to go up there to get some extra items, and you can't get red shelled for the most part up there, or like you can't get hit by like bouncing green shells. So it is a lot safer. But anyways, we got 1st place with Bowser Jr. We had a little bit of a rough start, but we ended up making it back into the front at the end, and everything worked out fine. So the next course of the Cherry Cup, GBA Sunset Wilds, and whenever I played this course in 150cc in mirror mode, I always kind of focused on the negatives of the course, being like it doesn't have the cool sunset, it's just a shortened version of the original. So this time I'm going to take a little bit of a different attitude and focus on the positives. It's got a nice sunset, it's a pretty unique desert, being more of an orangey desert than the standard kind of yellow desert we're used to. got some cool, unique mud that you never see anywhere else, where it doesn't slow you down, but you can't drift on it. It's a very unique gimmick only given to this course. So it's got a lot of special things about it that I often overlook. It's also got a lot of fun shortcuts and some unique enemies with these Shy Guy miners. Whatever they're searching for. Maybe some fossils. And I managed to thread the needle between the item boxes, which is very sad. It's also a short course, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, always having some short courses are nice. But I feel like we've got a lot of short courses in this game. But I guess it's designed for, like, people who don't have much time. Maybe they just want to spend, like a minute or two on Mario Kart. They can just play this course and then go do whatever else they want to do. So, you know what? I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing. And we've got so much speed, we just jump over the second ramp. And it seems to be pretty peaceful so far. No blue shell in this episode. Not too much interference other than the beginning where I ran into in the post in Los Angeles laps. It just seemed to be a pretty calm episode so far. I got to avoid these guys. And I've got a huge lead. Another red shell's coming. And we're at the finish. Oh, never mind. Lightning. But now we're at the finish. So that's another victory for Bowser Jr. Very nice. So the next course of the Cherry Cup, Wee Koopa Cape, is a very fun course. It's also going to be pretty difficult in 200cc, because there's a whole section with rushing water where you're rushing down the river, making sharp turns. So, adding the speed of the rushing water pushing you forward, and 200cc's insane speeds, it's going to be pretty hard to make those turns. But hopefully, it won't be too bad. That's my hope, at least. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I got a red shell, and I could throw that at Wario, except it ignored him for whatever reason. So let's go up here, get some coins, and some items. Here we are in the rushing water part. I gotta do some brake drifting. It's not actually as fast as I thought it would be. You know, I guess that's a good thing. And here we are in this mostly relaxing part. You can take some half pipes, or I think these half pipes might actually be worth taking, since you don't have to take so much of a wide turn. These half pipes are not worth taking whatsoever, but I was just kind of already heading that way, so I was like, you know what, I might as well take them. And they're also a lot cooler to take. It's a lot cooler to take the half pipes and then just drive around them, but ow, I ran into a Goomba. And a red shell, but I was invincible for that. And a blue shell. Ouch. And Wario's passed me, I don't like that. And Lemmy as well, excuse me, no, you cannot do that. Come back here, Wario. He's holding up a little bit of competition this time, and I went flying into the grass. Thanks to 200cc. So I've got a little bit of a catch-up to do. Maybe some red shells would be nice. Let me just drop my defense. Get some red shells. There's one. Take that, Wario. There we go. We pass him. And I guess we take it. So we get so much speed, we just zoom all the way over there. I can't really turn in time. We're in the final lap. Wario's relatively far away. I'll just drive through the grass instead of trying to hit the Goombas. It's a lot safer. Brake drift again. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, Wario's gonna pass me. Hit him with the green shell. I missed. Come on. This is intense. I got a coin. That's not gonna help. Oh, no, a banana. Go, 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 go. Gotta get some red shells from the half pipe. Come on. Red shell. There we go. Where's Wario? Hit him. Oh, this is intense. But I think we're gonna win. Oh, that was close. Thankfully, I got a red shell at the very end, which allowed me to pass Wario and get first place as Bowser Jr. And the final course of the Cherry Cup is Tour Vancouver Velocity. My home track. It's where I live. I've got the home field advantage, hopefully. And this course makes a little bit more sense at the time of season that we're playing it. It's winter right now, and this is a kind of winter course, in a way. It's more like an autumn winter, which I guess is a better way to describe what time we are now. We're like at the very end of November, transitioning into December. It's not quite winter, but it still feels like winter, so I just call it winter a lot of the time, even though really it's still just fall. But that's just a good way to describe this course. It feels like it's winter, but it's also kind of fall, so it's not really either of the two. But anyways, I need to be driving better. I'm driving straight into the walls, and I'm letting Wario get ahead of me, which is not okay. I've got no defense to deal with this red shell, but it didn't hit me, which is weird, because it was locked onto me, and then I guess it would just change its mind. But there's a red shell, but I've got defense now, so I'm safe. We're gonna head over this way into what I presume is Stanley Park. Not 100% sure. It could just be a random ordinary park. But I think it's probably supposed to be Stanley Park. But anyways, now we head over here, where we're gonna head into a hockey stadium. Here we are. Rogers Arena. Or Mario's Arena in this case. We don't spend too much time in there, and we couldn't really see and marvel at any of the beauty because we had a blooper stuck on our face. Very unfortunate. But we're heading into the final lap. There's some bats coming out of this cave. I don't know. I don't think we have any bats in Vancouver. Maybe we do. Maybe I just haven't seen any. We're heading back into the hockey stadium. Get to actually see what's going on in here. It looks like they aren't playing hockey, but they're just figure skating instead. But you know, it's close enough. And we're at the end of the track. Would you look at that? So there we go, another first place as Bowser Jr. So that means we get a gold trophy, 3 stars, as we won every single race in this episode. Very nice to see. So here we go, our overview of the Cherry Cup. We did very well, in my opinion. I don't know how much better you can get than this. We got first place on every single race. So I don't know how much better you can get over perfect. Well, maybe I wasn't exactly perfect. I could have done better at the beginning of Los Angeles laps, but I finished strong. I got first place at the end of every single race, and that's all that matters. Anyways, our results for the Cherry Cup was first place on Los Angeles laps, first place on Sunset Wilds, first place on Koopa Cape, and first place on Vancouver Velocity. So here we go, gold trophy, 3 stars, very nice to see. So this is where we're gonna wrap it up for today's episode of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.